Welcome to Re-Education. As you can see, I am clearly standing in the middle of the aisle in one of these stores that have been completely ransacked of all of their toilet paper. I'm not entirely sure why people are panic buying toilet paper, but they are. I think it has something to do with the coronavirus, but toilet paper in and of itself is not enough for a person to survive. You would hope that they would buy food as well, so they would actually have something to shit when they had the toilet paper, when they were going to use that toilet paper to begin with. So, just wanted to say hi. I hope that everybody prepared for this, and welcome to the apocalypse, everybody. Take care. Hey, quick update. So I picked up my cans of tuna because they were still a fair price, but I just want everybody to make note that all of the Benylin still happens to be here, which proves that people, instead of panic buying and coming and buying medicine, they decided to buy toilet paper instead. Just quick update on that one. Continuing my journey into the frightening abyss of hell, you can see that people have decided that noodles are much more important than anything else when it comes to an apocalypse, but ding-dongs, unfortunately, are still so inedible that people won't even panic buy them. As you can see, the health food aisle is still completely full with all of their food. It turns out that people don't think it's a good idea to panic buy something like Zevia. I guess a whole lot of people aren't thinking about having a healthy apocalypse. So as you can see, all of the flour is gone. Not all of the flour, sorry. All of the whole wheat flour is still here because in a crisis situation, whole wheat flour still isn't good enough to, panic buy. But we have discovered that all of the yeast is gone as well, which means that out there are a bunch of scared people making bread. Unfortunately, not the kind of bread that a lot of anarchists and communists would probably want them to be making, but bread nonetheless. Hey, so I know that I had a lot of fun going in that store and seeing all of the pandemonium, but honestly, this isn't really a laughing situation. I mean, there are a lot of people scared. There are a lot of people that don't know what to do. They're panicking because they don't understand what's going on and they don't have a framework to base all of this off of. I mean, a lot of my routine viewers, a lot of people that watch my show all the time, you knew probably a year ago that this kind of thing was going to happen, and I've been preaching that we need to get out there and we need to be stocking up on a little bit of food, making sure that you're a little bit self-sufficient, that sort of thing. It's one of the main things I talk about on my channel quite often, but a lot of people don't know about that stuff. A lot of people didn't realize that this was going to happen. They were living their blissful lives in complete and total ignorance, not even assuming that the economy was going to collapse at the same time that there was an epidemic, at the same time that a bunch of no-minds were trying to run for president. There was no way to know that all of this was going to happen all at once unless you're a leftist. If you're a leftist, unfortunately, the old adage is very true. We are always right. We just fucking hate that we're always right because, well, I mean, it truly is a sign of a non-functioning economic system when you go into a grocery store or you go into anywhere, really, and things are so barren, so completely stripped of all of the essential goods that people aren't actually even able to buy the necessary resources they need to live. In communist countries, they just simply don't have that problem. They have a lot of other problems, but they don't have that one. Specifically in Vietnam right now, as a lot of people are following American Johnson from Non-Compete and Luna Oi. They live in Vietnam and they are having a relatively normal time. The government has gone and given aid to a lot of the people that are down there so they can get food for free. People aren't panicking as much as here because they actually have a comprehensive plan to deal with the situation. They've even went so far as to build decontamination units on the street corner, which can serve up to, I think, 1,000 people or more a day, and it's totally free. Everything is totally free. They hand out the food for free. They hand out the decontamination for free. Everything is fine. The grocery stores are still full, and people are relatively doing okay. They're doing roughly the same as they were. Obviously, there are certain people in quarantine, blah, 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 but, that's the same with everywhere. So it really goes to show that even with the slightest, even whiff, even skiff of a problem, capitalism completely fails, it falls apart, and it is completely unmanageable. And that's something that we all have to take away from this. So as far as I'm concerned, this was a little bit funny to me because, I mean, like, why are people panic buying and buying the most unnecessary things? But this sort of thing happened during 2000, during the Y2K epidemic, right? When people panic bought all kinds of duct tape and that sort of thing. So if you're old enough like me, an old bed shitter like me, you remember that. And that's just what people do. They panic buy. They don't know how else to deal with the situation. The best thing that you can possibly do is to learn how to be self-sufficient, how to be self-sustaining, how to actually endure a problem or a crisis like this on your own without having to leave it to the very last minute and have everything fall the fuck apart and have you, again, just like everybody else, panic buying, running into a store and grabbing up all of the fucking toilet paper that you can find, but not grabbing any fucking Benylin or anything like that. Then you at least have a framework. You're at least not going to do that sort of thing. You're at least going to be able to know that you are going to be okay and that you can take care of the people that you care about in your family and friend group and your community. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Aaron. If you do get a chance, please check out all the links in the description box below. Hit the little bell icon so you get updates every time I release a video. And thanks for watching.